His victims are rushed out to waiting ambulances. Firefighter Patrick Barr makes a horrifying discovery.
People on the street were yelling that there was people trapped up in the upper floors of the building.
Jose Gallegos is spotted high above, being forced out his window by a wall of flame and billows of choking smoke. Patrick and the other firemen rush to the roof, fearing that he might jump at any second.
He was in bad shape, and he was very weak at that point.
With no time to waste, Patrick takes drastic action.
A couple of the firemen tied me up with the rope, and then proceeded to lower me over the roof's edge.
The firefighter descends toward the window. Just as Patrick reaches him, Jose collapses into his arms. Even worse, he passes out. Patrick frantically wraps his legs around him to hang on. But the combined weight of the men is too much to reel in. The two are literally hanging by a thread, more than 100 feet in the air. Patrick can see some of his colleagues inside the building, but they don't realize he's there.
As I was swirling around with Jose, I just reached out one hand and punched a pane of glass to get the firefighter's attention.
It works.
Don't let go!
A team races to grab the rope.
Can't make it! Hold on, hold on!
Jose is pulled inside. Seconds later, Patrick finds firm footing, sparking a roar of approval from the crowd below.
The people on the street of Manhattan were applauding. So I just turned around and gave him a wave of acknowledgement. I was very relieved that it was over.
Jose survives, despite the terrifying moments he thought would be his last.
I pretty much knew that I was dying. When I saw the firefighter coming down, life came back to me. He hugged me very strong, and after that I lost it. I passed out.
Jose is rushed to a hospital suffering from smoke inhalation. He'll make a full recovery, all due to one man's unflinching bravery.
Once you help someone, once you save someone, there's no better feeling in the world.
Off the coast of Taiwan, the Coast Guard launches an urgent rescue operation in an angry typhoon. More than 100 fishermen are trapped between a raging fire and the churning sea. At any moment, they'll be engulfed by one or the other. It's too dangerous to try and reach them by boat. So the Coast Guard must perform the harrowing rescue from the sky. One desperate man snatches the lifeline by his fingertips. If he loses his grip, he's gone. Somehow, he holds on. With the ship sinking, rescuers push the limits of the safety line, airlifting as many men as possible. The combined weight strains the cable, plunging two men into the waves. The chopper pilot skillfully regains control, navigating them out of the water and away from the inferno. Against all odds, the Coast Guard manages to save them. One by one, the remaining crew members are also airlifted to shore. And not a moment too soon. Their burning vessel finally sinks beneath the surface. Thanks to the heroic efforts of the air rescue team, the fishermen survive this high seas drama.
Still to come. A courageous paramedic fights to save the life of a young woman pinned inside a mangled car.
She had a death grip on me a number of times. I did convince her that I'm not going anywhere.
Then later, rescuers face torrential turbulence as a river rafter's hopes are deflating fast.
When he went under, I really thought it was this young man's day to die. I thought we were not going to get him.
That's next on Most Daring.
California. After a high-speed crash on a freeway, firefighters arrive to find a compact car crumpled around a utility pole. Paramedic Jay Schaefer fears the worst.
Looking at the scene, approaching the car, I was pretty well convinced that this was not a survivable accident. That's when I heard Dawn yelling.
Incredibly, the young woman, Dawn Thompson, is still alive, but badly pinned. Crewmen scrambled to remove the roof of the vehicle. But even these hardened veterans are shocked by what they find.
There was a lot of blood, but we weren't sure where the blood was coming from. She's hanging upside down, in a lot of pain, and trapped, and not being able to move her lower extremities.
Jay tries to keep the young woman calm, but fears she could be bleeding to death.
Largest artery in your body runs through your thigh, femoral artery. If that is severed, you will bleed out quickly.
But before they can pry her out, they must first secure the unstable light pole. Working on the fly, firemen devise an inventive plan.
So we actually hooked up one of our ladder trucks to make sure that the pole was stable. Then we went ahead and actually removed the car from the pole, very gingerly put the car back up on its tires.
Fire crews furiously cut away the twisted metal with the jaws of life. Jay remains by Dawn's side throughout the agonizing ordeal, comforting her as best he can.
She had a death grip on me a number of times. I did convince her that, I'm here and I'm not going anywhere.
Finally, after 2 agonizing hours, the young woman is freed from the grisly wreckage and rushed to a waiting ambulance. Amazingly, both her legs and her life are saved.
The next day, got off of work and went by the hospital to see how she was doing. Went into the room and was met by her mother and father. The overwhelming sense of gratitude that they felt was amazing.
Bangkok, Thailand. Fire rages through a high-rise office tower. It's out of control. More than 40 people are trapped on the roof. And there's no way down. Suspended more than 500 feet in the air. Some are quickly dropped on a nearby rooftop.